Hi ladies, today I'm going to talk to you about body image. Body image is so big these days, you hear about it everywhere. I'm just going to break it down into what I believe body image is and why I think we need to focus on it at the moment. So basically what body image is it's how we see ourselves. It's how we see ourselves and our body. There is so much pressure on how we see our bodies today. There are so many industries and marketing strategies in the fitness industry, the health industry, the dieting industry, the fashion industry. All of these industries have massive companies in there that all make money off us believing that we need to change our bodies and that our bodies are just not good enough. So if we were only skinnier, if we were only more toned, if we were only more tanned, if we only wore this makeup, if we only did this to our hair, if we only exercised this amount of times a week, if we only ate these foods, then we would feel better about ourselves because we would change our bodies. And that, I believe, is completely flawed. Placing our importance or how we feel about ourselves or the value we derive from ourselves on how our body looks just does not make any sense to me at all. And the only way I was able to understand this and to start to fight back against it was to realize that this whole concept of body image was a learned behavior. I learned this from watching the ads, from reading the magazines, from looking at social media, from talking to my friends. I learned that my body wasn't good enough and that I shouldn't be proud of my body and that my body defines me and that the only way to be happier is to change my body. The beauty about that is once I realized that I learnt those behaviors, I realized that I could unlearn them. Or, more importantly, I could learn new ways to treat my body and to treat the way I see my body. So whilst I've learnt that I don't want to feel this way about my body anymore, I'm not going to say that it's easy. You know, I've been doing this for years now and there are still days that I have poor thoughts around my body image. But what I do now is I have this awareness, right? I have this ability to say, I hear how you're talking to yourself, Sarah, about that fat or that cellulite on your body. You know that thing that you learned where you told yourself this isn't how you wanted to treat your body or how you wanted to think about your body anymore? Let's get back into that space. So it's nice to think this is how I feel about my body, but you've got to remember that that industry pressure is going to be there all the time. You know, and not only is it the pressure from the industries and advertising that gets to us, it's also the pressure from those around us, because remember, everybody, all of your friends, all of your family have also been subjected to all of this pressure. So they are going to feel the same. And it takes a very, very strong person to stand up against that and say, no, I am going to think nice, kind thoughts about my body, and that is how I'm going to thrive. That is how I'm going to encourage and motivate myself to be fit and to be healthy and to be well. I'm going to do it because I love and respect my body, not because I hate my body. All right, and that's a really key thing that we often talk about in W Tribe is do health and fitness and wellness because you love yourself, not because you don't. And body image has a huge role to play in that. You know, we need to stop treating our bodies like how it looks is the be all and end all. You know, I look at my body now and it is saggier than it used to be. It is softer than it used to be. There is cellulite where there never used to be it. But instead of getting into that mind frame of, oh, that's not good, that's a reflection of me being lazy, I must change that, I now just look at it. And I say that's different to how it used to be, and that's okay. Because that does not define me. My body is so much more than a number on a scale. My body is so much more than a dress size. You know, and I get emotional about it because so many of us get so caught up in trying to change our bodies. Instead, what we need to do is to change the way we see our bodies. All right? So when I do find myself getting caught up, which often happens if I go clothes shopping or see a bad reflection or a terrible photo of myself, I just remind myself that you are so much more than your body, Sarah. And that doesn't matter, you know. We should stop measuring our bodies in numbers and start measuring it on the impact we as a person make on other people. Stop measuring dress sizes and start measuring kindness. Stop measuring numbers on the scales and start measuring energy and happiness. You know, there is just so much wrong about body image, and the only way we are going to change it is to start with ourselves and to start challenging our own thoughts and our own behaviors every time they come up. And I can tell you it is tiring some days. It is tiring trying to love yourself and your body in a world that is constantly telling you not to. But it is worth it, right? It is worth it not only for ourselves to feel, we deserve happiness, we deserve to feel happiness, but if we don't start to challenge these industries and this status quo now, then what hope do our children have? You know, what hope are our children going to have in loving their bodies if we can't lead by example? It is only going to get worse if we can't show our children and the next generation that it's okay to have different bodies to those on social media and those on Instagram. You are still a great person, you're still worthy, you are still enough, even if your body doesn't look like everybody else's. So I'm going to leave you with that today, ladies. Thank you.